if Ghana was their personal property, or their personal business, would they manage it or run it the way they were made to do? First of all, the basis of this whole investigation starts from the Fourth Estate. And let me, as it were, pat the back of Manasseh Azuri and his Fourth Estate. They did a yeoman's job. I think 2 days ago, I watched his documentary once again to certify myself as to whether there were gaps in between. And I was left in no doubt that by now those making noise should have been rounded up. Should have been rounded up. Look, Christian Soti. I don't know whether he's still the managing director of SML. But Christian, he's still the managing director.
Yeah.
He was posed 2 fundamental questions by the interviewer, Manasseh Azuri, that the stated objective of SML was to, as it were, deal with issues of underreporting in the downstream petroleum sector, dilution and diversion. He said, no, they don't do any of these. This is coming from the managing director of the company's own mouth, which I listened. He said, no, they are not involved in underreporting. They are not involved in dilution. They are not involved in diversion. These are the 3 critical areas that would necessitate any engagement of an external body to do what we call revenue assurance. Because if people are underreporting, the presumption is that you need an institution to come in to ensure that the right figures are reported. It is out of these right figures that can get the taxes, the right taxes. They say they don't do that. Diversion. People would come in, create the impression that these products are for exports. You know, we do business with Burkina and so on and so on. So they are not subject to tax or taxation. They would do the way bill and create the impression that they are going to Burkina, Mali, Niger, only to divert it to the local market and sell it. And that would lead the nation to what? Lose a lot of revenues. I heard the managing director say that they are not involved in issues of what? Diversion. So what were they actually doing? I've been a transporter and I know a bit about this whole business. Now, when you go to the MP, they have a software system called ERDMS, the Enterprise Relational Database Management System. That system captures every player within the petroleum sector. BDCs are those that the bulk distributor. They bring the crude. Then you come down to OMCs, that's the oil marketing companies. These BDCs, when they bring their products, they store it at various depots. If you go to Tema, you see a lot of big tanks over there. That is where they store these products. Now, at in these depots, you have the national security amply represented. You have the NIB. You have the Ghana Revenue Authority by way of customs. You have the NPA officials. You have the depot managers, as well as representatives of these BDCs. Because you see, the products belong to the BDC, so they have more interest in the products than you, the government. The government is only interested in what? Your taxes. You understand? When you check what SML claims to be doing, theirs is that they have positioned their what do you call gauges or whatever, meters at the depots. At the depots, I've already told you that the MPA and the Customs Division, they have their meters there measuring whatever is coming out, which reflects in the system. That's a ERMDS. So Custom is in the know, NPA is also in the know.
Right.
Now, taxation or taxes are not collected at the depot point. So even if you take the measurement there, you haven't done anything. You and I pay the taxes at the pump. That's OMCs, the filling stations. At the point of discharge, when we buy, that is where we pay the taxes. It's interesting that SML openly admits that they don't have any metering at the filling stations. You understand? And I heard one of their representatives say that even the metering that they use between theirs and that of customs own measures accurately
than theirs.
So it means it is customs figures that are used for purposes of calculating taxes. Now, having said all these things, on what basis would anybody say that they are going for another entity or institution to come and do the very business or job that NPA is doing perfectly with what? Customs. NPA system, the ERMDS that I'm talking about, is also linked to ICOMS. ICOMS is the tax platform for customs.
Okay, but you mentioned 3 thematic areas that
underreporting, dilution, they said they don't do any of it. Right. In fact, after the interview, they quickly went and took it off from their website. You understand? When Christian Soti was asked that Daily Graphic had published in 2020 that SML saved this country 3 billion, he says it's not true. He has no clue about it. He doesn't even know what is happening with their website. He has no nothing. Does it not strike you or surprise you that
they? Who do you mean by they?
Kenneth Oriata and his people. That is why he has run away from this country. This whole deal was cooked by him. Because if you listen critically to Soti, it means he was something. Does it not even surprise you? That Christian Soti, that became the SML boss, was the technical advisor to the commissioner of GRA. Now, SML was established on the 14th of February 2017. Vows Day. They established this. Now, if you go and look at the stated objective or object of the company, they were into trading of timber and so on and so forth, with some small aspect of being an audit firm.
That was the principal objective.
Of the company. Right. Now, this company had not shown anywhere, be it profile, be it biography, or anywhere, that they are undertaking the very contract that they were given in the past. So how did the Public Procurement Authority sole source this contract? Mind you, they got this contract through sole sourcing. And the Public Procurement Act, Act 663, is so clear that before you are given a sole source contract, it means you are the only company that has the technical ability to perform this task. What shows that this company had the technical advantage over others? In any case, those that are managing SML, most of them were working with GRA before they left there to go and work with SML. It's a daylight robbery, and the president is spot on. It must not end just at cancelling this contract. Individuals involved must explain to the nation.
But don't you think whatever objective the SML was set to meet,
yes,
don't you think, even if they are not meeting it based on your submission, don't you think that it should still be maintained, and the right thing should be done? Perhaps there should be an overhaul or whatever it is for them to stay in that system.
Whatever they are doing is already been done by customs and MP.
Right.
So why do you need them?
Right.
Whatever they are doing, it's a duplication of efforts, and even this is just there to milk the state.
So the job of reporting for under.
That is why I took you through the process. That when products come, products are imported to this country by the BDCs. It is sent to depots. If you go to Tama, all these depots are there. At the depot level, we have the National Security, we have the Ghana Revenue Authority, we have the MPA, we have the NIB, we have the owners of the product itself, and we have the depot man, because the depot also belongs to a company. And no depot worth a salt wants its depot to be noted for pilfering and so on and so forth. Okay. And nobody will bring his or a product to your depot.
Okay.
Because they will charge you a fee for bringing your products there. You understand? So
essentially, the SML is very not relevant in the chain of
it shouldn't have even crossed our mind that we would establish a company called SML. But like I said, that's why I started. I made you to read their response. Okay. And they said they are very proud of what they have done. Of course, if I were them, I would be very proud.
Please wrap up.
You understand? So and it is not there alone. Just go and check Kearney JVG. It's also modeled around the same template. You go to the telecom sector, Kearney JVG, they said they are doing revenue assurance. When was the last time they reported to you how much they have saved this country? Because the very job that they are doing, NCA is supposed to do it. But here we create money for cronies. Like they said, it's all patronage.
Yeah.
Familiar with patronage. Without that, there wouldn't have been this contract in the first place.
Yeah. Were you referring to the what the OSP perceives the creation of?
Yes, I mean, but even with this OSP thing, my whole
serving official patronage, sponsorship and promotion based on false and unverified.
My opinion about SML is deducted from the very documentary for-tested date when relevant officials of SML were interviewed. They were asked specific questions and their answers gave them out clearly. If you ask a managing director about how much you are charging for your service and he's unable to tell you, if you ask them about their statement of deputy that is captured at their website and he tells you that no, we don't do any of this, if he's shown a graphic publication that they have saved the country 3 billion in 2020 and he tells you no, that is not the case, what else do you need? You don't need any further investigation.
Right.